I'm coming home, I'm coming home, tell the world I'm coming.
Hey guys, Galaxy today with another New World video, and just wanted to make a quick video about the Season 5 bugs that's been happening. And as you can tell when I'm recording this, there's going to be a bunch of maintenance, which for bugs, I am assuming. One of them that just got patched in the last patch as I'm recording this, which should be only within the past 2 weeks by the time you guys see this, is the bow spam that you could animation, just like turn basically a bow into a machine gun without, well, basically a machine gun effectively, and basically all the ranged weapons. So basically all the kind of magic mana using guns like fire staff, ice gauntlet, void gauntlet, bow, musket were the primary ones. They fixed that. It was fixed within 2 days of the game, of Season 5 I should say, being released, which was pretty good. It's much faster than what they previously did, because usually it was like at least a week before the first lot of bug fixes used to be, which is now a lot better. Obviously, within they had a patch the day after and a patch the second day after Season 5 to get some things that weren't, I think, working properly, and like the ice skating kind of animation when you're running around, it seems to, and you're kind of like looks like you're kind of like slipping when you started to move around, seems to be fixed. There's some desync issues currently still. Not sure if that's going to be included in this patch. I will put it in the description or pinned comment if I remember to do so, and or wasn't patched, well, wasn't fixed in this patch. So, a good thing is, I think the controller support might have something to do with the desync a little bit. Not too sure, but might have something to do with it, just because, you know, it kind of happened at the same time and all that. So yeah, bro, and like stuff like that has kind of keeps happening with hits not being able to, not connecting properly with enemies when they should be, and sometimes with the auto view to enemy target, you kind of have to use it to some extent in PvE, even if you don't like it, just because it seems like for hit registry it's the best solution to get out of the hit, kind of making sure every single kind of heavy hit and all that, assuming that you're in range, is gonna connect. So if you're just gonna like free look and not have the not gonna use the enemy target lock, at least in PvE, it seems like it's gonna be a little bit kind of buggy from until they fix the kind of older kind of if you want to run around and do it yourself kind of thing. And as you could tell just then, I took way less damage than what I did last time, and I think that was at least partly due to the desync. I'm not saying all of it could have been, but part of it definitely was. So that is a major issue that's been happening in PvE and PvP. Some people don't feel it as much in PvE than they do in PvP, and vice versa. From my couple games of OPR that I've played, my PvP matches have been more okay than the PvE that I've done. Also, I'm not sure entirely if this is just a small kind of thing for seasons. I'm not sure if they got rid of the seasonal story. I know not many people enjoyed it from what I know, but it used to be like an easy way to level up across your journey, to just help accelerate the season pass leveling a little bit. So just like, you know, completing it, even though at level 65 it's like a little bit of a chore and it isn't exactly the most challenging thing ever, but it was at least something to do that would be like new. But you know, it's not really too big of a loss sort of thing. Another sort of bug / bad design was these trials / arenas, like PvE arenas. This one, the Winter Rune Forge and the Worm are the ones that have artifacts behind them. So as you can tell, this has Tempest Fury, the Winter Rune, and then this one has, I think, Nature's Wrath, I want to say, behind it. So there's like a few artifacts, but because it's not instanced or anything, it's one team, one set of like 5 or 6 players at once can only participate across the server on like your particular world. So say Barry was still up, it was one team of 5 on Barry at once, assuming everyone's trying to get in. It's only one team at a time, not, hey, let's, you know, allow players to, assuming that they have enough players minimum to, you know, take part, why not, you know, let them to, you know, complete it. But, you know, in AGS's wisdom, they decided to make it non-instanced and to basically make it one limit, one team per boss spawn, basically server wide until they've killed it or time ran out, and then the cycle repeats. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone, like say, would be potentially auto-clicking, for example, the kind of join button to get in as fast as possible, because that's probably like the easiest way to get in at the moment. So it's kind of a interesting experience to go through that, to be able to have to basically sit there for like say 20-30 minutes just to spam the button to just try and get in for a attempt to do it. Also for the PvP rewards track, for the artifact that's locked behind that, as when most people have probably farmed to get Serenity, for example, or already diamond rank in terms of tracks, they only have like a 2.5% chance to even drop an artifact, because it's most likely to drop artifacts when you're lower in the track completions, then you get a higher percentage compared to when you're higher up. That should probably be, you know, in reverse. The higher you go up, the higher. And it sort of acts like a pity system to some extent. But, you know, it shouldn't be, if that's going to be like lower and lower every single level, it should be, those tracks should probably be reset every season or something like that, if that's going to be the case, because otherwise it's just going to be everyone being eventually stuck at 200 with a 2.5% drop rate. And when a fresh player, say, gets a, let's say, like, I'm not sure what the statistics are for that, but let's say it's 90% drop rate at one track completed. Like, why wouldn't you just say, hypothetically make a new character, and if you could like transfer items, for example, like hypothetically, why wouldn't you just, you know, make the new character, hop in PvP, and get the score to like level up, and then just tip once you've completed it, and transfer the item over. And yeah, so that's basically my kind of rant slash letting you know that this is kind of like the season of the bugs. It's kind of like what I've been calling it with like friends and such, because of the amount of bugs slash game breaking bugs that should have been like realized slash fixed with the PCR. The reason why people are hating it or disliking it as much as what they are is with the month delay, it seems to be worse on initial launch for the season than say season 3, season 2, when there was no like expansion or such with it, and they seem to be at least less buggy. They may have like, for example, less content potentially. You can argue which season has the most content slash more potential for content in the comments below if you wish, but it's definitely this one's definitely been more like buggy, laggy and such than previous, which is definitely a lot more annoying and frustrating, especially with the delay. It would have been a little bit more acceptable if they didn't delay it, but because of the delay and them explicitly saying, hey, we're slowing down, we're delaying for, you know, to make sure it's better quality than the other seasons, there's going to be less bugs and such, but you know, now there's seems to be more bugs, but on the PTR there wasn't as many bugs that I know I could find from the brief time that I was like actively on the PTR and seeing like other creators on the PC are doing it themselves also, like say J Oddity or Baggins. When I was watching their streams, there wasn't like these bugs, like the kind of you slipping around when you start running sort of thing. That wasn't there on the PTR from what I could tell, compared to when it was released sort of thing. Which just seems kind of a bit strange how there could be a bug between the there was no bug on the PTR, but there was in the released one. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, sub if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.